Hello and welcome back to Awakening to Your Story TV, the place to learn, get inspired, and be supported on the journey of life. I'm your host, author, emotional heart expert, and heart enthusiast, Alicia Hartzell. And we've got Darby Jupiter with us again today. Now, you know that unspoken rule that says you're not supposed to talk about religion or politics? Well, I'm breaking that rule for today's question. Dear Alicia, I was wondering why you don't talk about religion. You talk about your beliefs and you share your wisdom, and all of it sounds like it comes from a religious base. I want to know why you don't bring it back to religion. I like the things that you talk about, but I worry that some of it isn't in accordance with my own personal religious beliefs. Now, there are a few reasons I don't talk about religion in my work. The first and simplest answer is that my work is religiously neutral. It's about consciousness and actively using what's happening in your life to deepen that connection to your consciousness. The principles and the methods that I teach can be used and incorporated into anyone's life, whether you have a religion that you follow or you don't. I teach from a culmination of all of my experiences in life. Now, I've been around a number of religions, and I appreciate all of them for what they offer the table of humanity. We all have things to offer back to the table of humanity as we learn, right? Mine just doesn't happen to be specific to a particular religion. There are great men and women who have been called to lead people through their religious beliefs. I personally have been called to lead people to a space of consciousness and personal power through their heart and their unique story. Now, divinity is woven into everything that I express because it is an undeniable part of my story. I believe our divinity sets our humanity into motion. That isn't a religious specific belief for me. It is a belief that was built through my life experiences and all that I've learned. So while what I teach is not based in any one religion, the divine and the essential truth is all part of it, because it is what I have uncovered as I learned. Now, I use the word the divine a lot because for me, encompasses that big picture. God, angels, archangels, the Holy Spirit, guides, great teachers, masters, disciples, you name it, it's all in there. The work that I do is completely inclusive. I try to help people recognize their similarities and foster compassion for everyone at the table of humanity. So if someone has wronged you or thinks differently than you, it is all designed to help you expand your capacity of heart. You own your work and what resonates for you, and the rest, it falls away. My intention isn't to prickle anyone here, but you have a tendency to create language of separation. We all do. And that feeds into a them versus us mentality. There are a lot of your beliefs are wrong and my beliefs are right about one of the most intimate and personal parts of your life. That kind of thinking doesn't fit into my teaching style, so I make everything as inclusive and neutral as possible. I have encountered the hesitation that you're talking about before, that things that we talk about feel true for you, but then there's this fear that it doesn't fit into your religious structure. Discernment is a muscle that every human being needs to build up, no matter what your religious affiliation may be. Your connection to the divine, again, whatever language you put in that place, is very personal. You are gifted the ability to discern what fits for you in any given moment. Now, I'm a seeker and a learner, so I encourage curiosity. I believe you should put yourself in the way of as much light and love as possible and learn from all of it. Truth, the divine universal, will come to you no matter where you are in your life. I loved it when Oprah described this as a great remembering. The truth comes in and it hits you like a tuning fork, and you know from that moment forward that that truth is yours. My job is to teach you what I know. I help you find practical ways to make all of that inspirational stuff easy for you to apply to your life. Now, anytime something feels like it doesn't resonate with you, don't adopt it into your life. It's okay. There doesn't have to be judgment or fear around it. You can take the parts that make sense to you and allow them to help you. Then just let the other stuff fall away. If you have a religious affiliation, my hope is that what I teach you helps you embody it. Wouldn't that be a win for everyone? And for those of you watching that don't have a religious affiliation, you still have a belief system and an expanding consciousness. The more I can teach you to be aligned with love rather than fear, the better your life experience is going to be. And that's a win too. My hope is that you stay in the Awakening to Your Story community and that you get love and inspiration here. But I trust you to discern what is right for you. And no matter what happens, I will be here holding a place of love for you where your truth, it's undeniable. For more support, information, and inspiration, join me at awakeningtoyourstory.com.